Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it is day one of Vivid Voltage, the current new expansion in Pokemon TCG for the Sword and Shield, what would you call it, season, I suppose. And we're gonna see what kind of cards we're looking forward to in this new set. The idea for today is I'm gonna pick myself up a number of booster packs. I'm gonna get 10 of them with the tokens I've got saved up. We're going to see what cards I happen to pull out of those booster packs and try to assemble a somewhat decent deck out of just what I get there, and maybe do some matches against some of you folks out there. I might also consider doing getting one of the theme decks and taking that through too to see what that's all about. So a little bit different than the last one that we did when I was getting back into things for the TCG Online. I don't have the tradable cards this time. I'm going to be spending the tokens, which means that these cards will be trade locked, so I won't be able to give out any of those. But I'll probably give a couple of the code cards that got saved up in the back during the stream tonight, so stay tuned for that. Hello to Isaac Wolf 33 Gaming. Hello to Unknown Spike and OMG It's Sark. Unknown Spike, your hat has evolved into Charmeleon. Very cool. I like watching as the member badges do evolve and grow up over the time that you've been signed up as a member of the channel. It's very cool. Damon Brighter says you bought the Soaring Storm deck in-game today. That is the Charizard one, I believe. Let's go to the shop and take a look-see. I like the look of both of these theme decks. I think I'm kind of more partial to the water type. But this is, does it actually say the name? Let me check the info. It just calls it the Charizard theme deck. I wonder if that's the one. We're seeing if Willow's okay. Willow's napping over on the bed again. But definitely I think this one looks pretty cool too. We'll get into those theme decks in a little bit. Hello to Sailor Pika, also with a nice evolved Charizard, Mega Charizard hat actually. And the winner of the Dragon Ball contest, which I did post over on the community tab for you guys to check out. So, as I said in the community tab post, first of all, congratulations to Sailor Pika. I'll get in touch with you at some point to arrange sending out the prizes and such. I'm currently in the process of trying to get the Vivid Voltage booster packs for part of the grand prize pack, which, of course, since the cards are new, it's going to take a little while to get them, but I will get those packs for you, along with all the other cards of the prize pack. Alright, so as I say, the first thing we're going to do... Oh, it wasn't Vivid Voltage, says Damon. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't see the name in it. I am going to pick up 10 of these booster packs and see what do we happen to get. Let's go ahead and grab those right now. I got plenty of tokens to spend on them. There goes 2,000 down the drain, but not really down the drain. It is a worthy investment. It was a Dragonite deck, says Damon. The Soaring Skies, was it? I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and redeem those and see what we're going to get. Alright, we're going to go to the collection right now. I do have one not trade locked booster pack already, but that's going to be part of the prize pack. What I like about this too, you'll see it says I've got one not locked and then 10 with the lock symbol. Whenever you have something like that, the unlocked packs will open first. So you want to try to make sure, like, the downside is if you open up one of those booster packs and you get some really amazing cards, they're going to be trade locked. And then if you open up one that is not trade locked, if you don't get anything really amazing, that's the downside of doing unlocked and locked booster packs. But we'll just see what we get out of our random luck. Unknown Spike's like you needed to do was that grinding, I think, to find all of the Dragon Balls. And so Pika says, thank you, I can't believe I won. Well, you better believe it, because you certainly did. And OMG It Stark says, I'm ready too. Hope you're all ready to see what do we get out of our first booster pack. Now, okay, before I even start opening up, let me know in the chat, how many, wait one sec, I gotta set something up here. Actually get this part. The alerts should now be live if you do get any subscribers, sponsors, or super chat during the stream. Anyway, excuse me. How many Pokemon V/V Max do you think we're going to pick up out of our booster packs today? How many full arts? How many, those gold rim super rares? I forget what they're even called. But how many of any of those do you think we're going to get as I open these up? So let's just take a look-see. We'll rip this first one open right now. Again, throw some likes on the video, throw some comments in the chat, cheer me on for some good luck. Excuse me, as I always do, I'm going to take a look at each of the new cards as we get them. I see a couple of Moo Moo Cheeses already. So we got a Riolu, which with the attack of Best Punch, does 30 damage. You flip a coin, if tails, the stack does nothing. I don't know about you, but something does nothing, I don't consider that really the best of anything, but you do what you do, Riolu. We got Chewtle with the lock drop for 40 damage, and the opposing Pokemon can't retreat next turn. Shuppet can haunt to put 1 damage counter on the opposing active Pokemon. Trubbish, that's pretty cool art, look at that. Spider web in the corner. Lucky Find for 2 energy. Search your deck for an item card, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck. Sludge Toss can do 30. We got an Eevee, which can gnaw for 10, Tail Whip for 20. So the Moo Moo Cheese, new item. Heal 30 damage from up to 2 of your Pokemon that have energy attached. We have Girafarig, Side Power, does 2 damage counters on the opposing Pokemon in any way you like. Commanding Tail does 30. You may have your opponent shuffle their hand into the deck, and if you do, they draw 4 cards. We've got B, I'm going to say. Is it Bay? I'm going to say B. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck and attach any energy cards you discarded in this way to your benched fighting Pokemon in any way you like. Kind of risky, but it could pay off. The reverse foil is that Moo Moo Cheese right there. Our first rare card is the glory of the Pokemon VMAX known as... we got Alchemy. Sharing Sweet's ability, so when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may have each player draw a card. Wonder Shine does 60, and the opposing active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, kinda whiffed on that first pack. We got 9 more to go, though. Let's see, Unknown Spike says 2 or 3 full arts. Hopefully that will be the case, if not more. And Damon asking, I'm assuming VMAX is Gigantamax. Not really. So Pokemon V is... it? No, Pokemon V is just like, say, a Pokemon EX or a GX. It's like just a more powered up standard Pokemon. A VMAX could be either a Dynamax or Gigantamax. There's a lot of Pokemon VMAX, for example, that don't have Gigantamax forms, but they still do have VMAX cards for them. Alright, let's see. And I still say, you know how sometimes you get collection boxes and they get the oversized cards in them? They should have made those for all the VMAXs, just so that you could play them down just for fun. I had this big card on the table. Alright, anyway, we've got a Cottony, which does Rolling Tackle for 10. I'm tired of seeing you when Pokemon go Battle-y, I'll tell you that much right now. Galarian Meowth, Scratch for 10, Fury Swipes for 20 times, 3-point flips. We've got Wooper with Mudshot for 10, Beat for 20. Everyone's favorite Pokemon, Charmander, and its Charizard family, of course. We've got Collect to draw a card, Flare does 30. Not losing any energy either. Usually you see a lot of fire types lose energy as they attack. Taillope and Double Peck for 20 times, 2 coin flips. We've got this interesting Drone Rotom. Your opponent reveals their hand, and if they do, which that sounded weird when I read it, but I guess it means like if they have no hand to reveal, then you don't get to do the extra card here. But if they do reveal their hand, which they would have to, look at the top card of the opposing deck. So you get a lot of intel with that Drone Rotom. Cramorant with Continuous Gulp Missile 60 times. Discard any number of Aerocuda from your bench. This does 60 for each Aerocuda you discarded in this way. Interesting. You could then use Revives to put them right back on the bench. We've got Shuckle with Deck Distiller. With the point until you get Tails. For each hedge, discard the top card of the opposing deck. Rock Throw does 50. First foil is Poochyena, Bite for 10, Rear Kick for 20. We got the rare card of pack number 2. I hope it's better than an Alchemy. Well, okay. Bayonet, Curse of De-Evolution. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may de-evolve one of the opposing benched Pokemon, or benched evolved Pokemon, I should say, by putting the highest stage evolution card on it into the opponent's hand. So that, they could just play it again next turn, but for that turn Bayonet comes in, you could possibly shut down an opposing ability, for example, or it could change the game in so many ways. If you actually de-evolve it into a lesser form with less HP than it has damage counters, that's a knockout. So that could come in handy. And Spooky Shot does 40. Unknown Spike says you have to battle a lot to get the theme decks because you miss because of life getting in the way and stuff. That is indeed true. Like try to get those tokens saved up. You can buy those theme decks before too long. Damon says you can't play Sword or Shield because you don't have access to a Switch. Hey, that's just like me. I ain't gonna switch myself yet either. Alright, pack number 3. So far, no super rare, amazing, special power cards. But the day is young yet. We've got a Yanma. U-Turn does 10, and you may switch it with the bench Pokemon. And Cutting Wind does 60. Phanpy with Stampede for 10. Strike back 30 times each damage counter on this Pokemon. And I saw there's Donphan in this set that does damage to your own bench. So if Phanpy's on the bench takes damage, Donphan could set that up for a strike back. Clefairy does Pound for 10, and Mini Metronome Flip a coin, and if heads, choose one of the opposing Pokemon's attacks, or active Pokemon's attack, and use it as this attack. And you only need 2 energy to do that, which is nice. Electrike says collect, draw a card, or bite for 20. We've got Electrike and Electric in the same set, or same pack. Shocking Smash, flip a coin, if heads, discard an energy from one of the opposing Pokemon, and Head Bolt does 60. We have Dusclops, which Confuse, Rake, and Confuse. Side Punch does 60. We got 2 Terra-less, 1 regular, 1 reverse foil. Search your deck for up to 2 rare fossil cards and put them onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. I don't think there's any rare fossil cards in this set, though, which is interesting. I mean, it's not the worst thing. She can go well with like a previous set, of course. Pack number 3's rare card is going to give us that. I'm getting 2 Cannon. Energy Cutoff does 60 damage and discards an energy from the opposing active Pokemon. Loop Cannon does 160, and then put 2 energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Alright, that's pack 3. Let's roll right on to pack 4 and keep this good luck rolling, right? Yeah, we're getting so much amazing stuff. Alright, we still have over half the packs to get through. We've got Oshawott, Water Gun for 10, Seashell Attack for 20, Drillbur, Scratch for 10, and Focus Fist for 50, but if you put Tails it does nothing, which is always fun. We've got Dedenne with Tail Trickery, 10 damage, and the opposing active Pokemon is Confused. Ferroseed does 10 with Reaction, and could switch with the, or it has to switch with one of your bench Pokemon. Skidoo! Did I see this one? No, I don't think we did. Synthesis, search your deck for a Grass Energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle up, and Razor Leaf can do 50. We've got a Hitmontop, Cycle Draw, discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. Kinda decent. Tornado Kick does 50 plus. If you played B from your hand during this turn, this does 80 more damage. Nice. So we got Trumbeak to go with that 2 Cannon. The Charging Trumpet ability says when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic energy you find there to your Pokemon at full life. Shuffle everything else back in. Drill Peck does 50. We've got, well, that's the best punch for you, reverse foil at least, so you got some. Is it in like, it looks like it's in a little pond or something like that. We've got Mightyena with a big full moon behind it. Ferocious Bellow for 20, during the opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon's attacks do 50 less damage before weakness resistance. That's not bad. Not a lot of output damage from you, but it's going to slow them down. They'll have to probably switch out or something. Then Pitch Black Fangs does 100 damage for 3 energy. Alright. Rare card of pack number 4 is... Alright. Spike Draw, hits for 40, and you draw a card, and then Knuckle Impact for 160, but during your next turn, Lucario can't attack. Alright. Have we hit the like button yet? Have you given me the energy we need for rare cards? If you haven't, I strongly recommend / plead that you do so. OMG at Sark says, there's a lot of nothing in this set. I mean, I'm getting it, so hopefully me getting these means all the better luck for you folks out there. Damon says, the biggest downside of the Dragonite you use is that its strongest move discards 3 energy from it. And that's yeah, a lot of Dragon types higher up, say Stage 2s, I don't know if it's actually a lot, but enough of them lose energy when they do their damage. And hello to Greg Henn. Welcome to our stream. Hopefully you'll be my good luck charm because we're trying to open up some new Vivid Voltage booster packs. Not having the best of luck just yet. This is the end of our first half of the pack. This is pack number 5, I believe, right there. So what new cards do we see? We got a Rock, which is... What's that in its ear? It's like a flower or something. Is that a Joltik? That's a flower. Tackle for 10, Rear Kick for 20. We got a Voltorb, which does Electro Ball for 40. Poochyena, we saw that one, I think, as a reverse foil already. We've got Zeb Strika, which does Low Kick for 30, Zap Kick for 70. Loudred with a round attack. This attack does 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in play that has the round attack. Hyper Voice does 50. Next up, we've got Swoobat, the Unaware ability. I think this is kind of cool. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon's... Prevent all the effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Puts in brackets, damage is not an effect. It's just a standard game mechanic. And Heart Stamp can do 70 back in return. Reverse Foil is the rarest of them all. It's a real Bug Hunch. Search your deck for up to 2 grass Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So it's not bad. You can get like, Dynamax and stuff like that. Alright, pack number 5. Rare card. Just build up some good kinetic energy here. Is this kinetic energy? Do I know what I'm talking about? I know it's friction. It worked! Of course it didn't. But we got a legendary, at least. We got Tornadus. Jet Draft does 30 and discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And Air Slash does 120, but discard an energy from Tornadus. So, that's 5 down. We got 5 to go. Excuse me. Oh, that was a cutie fly on it, says Damon? I didn't even... If I see it again, I'll look closer at it. The like button is glowing and protected with Good Luck Shield, says Unknown Spike. Good, because if Mr. Sharkbite comes in, I want to make sure we keep that active for everybody else. And Greg Hen has TCG on your tablet. Very cool. I've had people ask me about how can you get it on like your phone and stuff, and I'm like, as far as I know, you can't get this on a phone, but tablets, I believe, obviously you can because you've got it. Alright. My hopes are down about here. I'd like them to be at least up about here, so if we get something good out of this one. We got us. Oh, we got 2 rares. That could mean something. We've got a Chime Echo, Auspicious Tones, so search your deck for a Pokemon and a supporter card. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and then shuffle up. Hypnoblast does 30 and puts the opposing Pokemon to sleep. We've got a Milcery. We have Sweet Scent to heal 20 from one of your Pokemon, or Tackle for a whopping 10. Dynamo with Levitate. It's immune to all fighting type attacks. Obviously not. Levitate says if this Pokemon has any energy attached, it has no retreat cost, and Tiny Charge is another whopping 10. Alright, 2 rares. Let's see. OMG, it starts says these next packs will be fire. I kind of really somewhat sort of hope so. Let's see what the first is. We've got Metagross, which is kind of nice. With the ability of Levitation Field, your Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. That could really play in well with certain kinds of attacks. And Leg Quake for 100. If the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, it can't attack during the opponent's next turn. Alright. This is it. The rare of pack 6. Literal garbage. But I don't mind Garbodor and Trubbish. I think they're actually kind of cool species. Trash Cyclone does 30 times the amount of Pokemon tool cards in your discard pile. Then you shuffle those tools back into your deck, which could come in interestingly handy. Poison Spray does 80 and poisons the opponent's active Pokemon. Alright, we haven't seen any of the special energies yet from this set, but there's still a whopping 4 packs left to go. Damon says the website has downloads for Android and iOS. Okay, cool. So you can get basically all sorts of ways to access online Pokemon TCG fun. And as Sark says, yes, it was. Alright, pack number, what is this? 7? Yeah. Let's just see, like, what kind of a deck am I going to be able to make? I mean, it's not, when I do these, it's not all about rares. It's not all about getting the Pokemon V Max, this kind of stuff. I like working with what I have regardless. Hey, there's one of those special energies I was talking about. So, we might still be able to make a decent deck with, standard species. I'm going to talk about all the different cards once we get to it, and there's some that I find pretty interesting. So, Joltik can Bug Bite for 20 with a single energy, but only 40 HP. Still, interesting damage for one energy card. Chat Talk with Minor Errand Running. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards in your hand. Heck does 20. So here we see the Wash Energy. As long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides Water-type energy. But if it's given to a Water-type Pokemon, prevent all effects of attacks done to this Water Pokemon holding it. And it says, of course, damage is not an effect. So that is pretty useful for Water types. We got a Nuzleaf. Razor Leaf does 40 damage for 1 energy. Again, I always look at the energy cost compared to how much damage it does, and that's a good way to rate how worthy is this Pokemon for battle. That is not bad. 40 for 1 single energy. We have Nessa. Put up to 4 in any combination of Water Pokemon and Water energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Okay, 2 rares coming up. First one is Reverse Foil, Galarian Berserker. Stealthy Claws does 20 and flip 3 coins. If any of them are heads, the opponent reveals their hand. Then for each of those heads, discard a trainer card from the opponent's hand. Claw Slash for 3 energy does 90. Come on. We got it. No, you know what? I want a basic kind of card. I don't want a Pokemon V. I don't want a V-Max. I don't want a Gold Rim Reverse Secret Foil Rare. I want a basic. It works. Alright, we got something. We got a Galarian Darmanitan V-Max, which does evolve from Galarian Darmanitan V. Do we have a Galarian Darmanitan V? We don't, so I can't yet use this. But if I could, Max Whiteout does 200 damage. It also does 30 damage to each of the opposing benched Pokemon. That's not bad. That could work well, maybe with the Wash Energy. So, well, at least we got something. Can't use it. Maybe one of these last 3 packs will allow us to use it. Let's put this one open here. Let's see. As Sark says, yeah, Reverse Psychology. He also said the Charizard theme deck. Maybe 2 of them seems really good. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to use that water one because it's got a Samurott in there that just has a natural resistance to damage by 30 with no, like, you have a certain thing attached to it. I like resistances to damage. And say what Pika says, the good luck finally came through to an extent. Agreed. And Greg Hen seems impressed by the VMAX that we just got. Only a single rare this time around, it's okay. We got a C-Dot, which does Ram for 10. The only other new card is a Reverse Foil Picky Peck, which Picky Pecks for 10 damage. And can we see Galarian Darmanitan V by any chance? It is a water type. Now it's interesting. We've got Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon in this set with similar abilities. Torrential Awakening says, if this Pokemon has a memory capsule attached, fire Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents, have no abilities. Now, the fire type, the Flareon has this, but I think it says, is it grass types have no abilities? And Jolteon has the same thing, but it says water types have no abilities. So, if you have all 3 in play, how would that even work? Jolteon would cancel Vaporeons, therefore Flareons would still work. I think I have to see them all in play to really make sense of it. Okay, we got 2 packs remaining. Let's find it. We're just gonna get right into it. We gotta see what we got. We gotta get rolling forward. We gotta get making that deck pretty soon. Excuse me. Oh, look. Oh, well, first of all, 2 rares. Cool. But Whismur is sad for us. It knows we're not getting the best of luck. Continuous Tumble 40 times. Flip a coin till you get tails. 40 for each heads, which could result in a lot of damage, but could also completely miss on that first flip. That's the memory capsule we're talking about for Vaporeon. It's a Pokemon tool, of course. The Pokemon this card is attached to can use any attack from its previous evolutions. You still need the energy required for every attack. That, I'm going to probably have some fun with. I wonder how I can really make some, not broken strategies, but unexpected strategies. We'll look into that. We have how would you pronounce this? Naturally I call it Pinchurchin, but it looks more like Pincurchin or Pincurchin. Maybe it is Pincurchin, like Pincushion. Anyway, Spinning Fan says does 10 damage to each of the opposing Pokemon for 1 energy. That's not bad. You can do up to like 60 for 1 card. Peck does 30. Reverse Foil Rare is going to give us that Bayonet with the Curse of De-Evolution. The rare of the rare, the rarest of the cards, is going to be a Quags. Greg is asking, am I playing this on PC? I am indeed playing on the PC. Alright, so Quagsire, what do you got? We got Beat for 30, Fickle Impact, talk about Fickle. For 180, but if you have exactly 2, 4, or 6 prize cards remaining, this attack does nothing. That is an amazing rare card to get out of our penultimate pack. Alright. Can we get at least 1 super mega awesome powerful rare to make use of on day 1? See it. The excitement has been building up since the first pack we opened. The stakes could not be higher. We got an Incada. 10 damage, build 10 from herself with Absorb. We got Metang, Metal Claw does 30, Magnetic Blast does 60. This, I believe, if I remember correctly when I looked through it, is interesting. We have Winden Stadium. Whenever either player plays a Pokemon VMAX from your hand to involve a Pokemon V during your turn, heal 100 damage from that Pokemon. That could really change things on the battlefield. You have a Go-Goat, Rage Leap does 50, and Takedown does 160, and again, for 3 energy, that's doing, what is that, 53.3 repeating, damage per energy. That's massive damage output. It does 30 to itself, but that's not, you can just heal that with a potion. You have a Reverse Foil Yanma. Okay, just wait a moment. Oh, Rockruff indeed. And so we get wishing for some last pack magic. That is indeed Cutie Fly. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought the wings on the top was something to do with Rockruff's ear. But nope, that is, and it's not even really on the ear. It's sitting on Rockruff's foot, it looks like. But good eye, that is a QB fly. And the last rare card. You want to look? I'm not going to look right away. Is it good? Is it good? The only amazing rare card we got, we can't even use. Okay, let's go to our deck manager. Let's see what we can make use of. With a lot of these not hyper crazy, super amazing kind of things, we have potential for at least a basic kind of Pokemon custom deck. We're going to choose just the Pokemon from Vivid Voltage and see what we can work with. Okay, we got. I like to look through and see which type of Pokemon do we have the most species of. These are all just single ones. We could put 2 Charmander in for whatever reason. I mean, collect could get us extra cards. Let's see. Greg saying LOL. We got Sark saying let the challenge begin, and Damon offering condolences for poor Chaz. Indeed. Now I wonder. We have Eve. Did we get Eevee? I think we got Eevee. We'll take a look in a little bit. Not a lot of options for evolution potential. Well, we do have 2 Dynamo, 2 Electric. We've got 2 Shuppet and 3 Bayonet. I might maybe use them. Can't even use Swoobat. We don't have the basic. We've got 1 Wooper, 1 Quagsire. Do we have any multiple, like, we don't even have any, no, you are basic, right? Hitmontop? Okay. I was gonna say, we don't even have any Tyrogue to get Hitmontop in play, but Tyrogue is considered a baby, which predates the basic stage. We do have Mightyena as a potential. I could use that Garbodor. We've got Meowth and Berserker. We can't even use Metang or Metagross. I love that ability, but we have no Beldum. So that's not a thing. We could put in Lucario, because we did get Riolu. And yeah, we do have some Eevee. It would be risky, but I also would like to try to get 2 candy. But we only have 1 Pikachu. Alright, so let's take a look at basics. I think I should just go for like the heavy hitter basics. We're going to put Tornadus in here, or Tornadus, however you prefer to pronounce that. Any other legends to choose from? I don't think we did get any others. I'd like to, but it's not a thing that's going to happen. Alright, that's our only legendary that we didn't pull. Unknown Spike says, I have given my best, I have no regrets. Well, 1 regret. Galarian, Darmanitan, okay, so we only have 1 of C-Dot Nuzleaf, that's not the end of it. That's everything as I read through. I think we have a couple of, we have 2 Eevee. Just want to scroll back to see. We have 2 Eevee. Okay, so I can put 2 Eevee, we'll get that Vaporeon as well, just for some options. Where you at? There you are. Don't have any evolutions here, so let's see. Since we don't have the full evolution for Electros, I don't know about using Dynamo and Electric. We'll come back to that. I do want to use a couple Shuppet. I'll put a couple of these Bayonet in. We've got plenty of those. Since we have Psychic in here already, we'll put in Milcery and Alchemy. Maybe 1 of each of those Wooper and Quagsire. We did pick up a... Did we get B? I think we got B. We did get a B, so I'm going to put a couple of these Hitmontop in. I'm going to want to stack up a lot of fighting energy to try to make good use of B as well. We didn't get any Lichen Rock, so we'll let the Cutie Fly Rockruff here sit out. I'm only going to go for... Well, I'm going to put these in right now, these dark types. But I might take out certain types. I'm just basically putting in what I have a decent evolution line for. I do want to try Trubbish and Garbodor, just to give them the love that they deserve. We have Meowth Berserker. say no for the time being. I don't know, would Lucario be really good? We'll put that in the maybe pile as well. That gives us 19 Pokemon. I'm going to trim it down to about 15 or so. Alright, so let's take a look. I only need 1 water energy for Vaporeon. I want to try that memory capsule thing to shut down fire type abilities. So water, darkness, fighting, and psychic. So that's probably too much, too many different energy types. So, you know what? I think we'll focus on... We only need 1 fighting to use for 1 punch attack. So who can I take A? I don't really think Milcery and Alchemy are going to help us that much. We'll take those 2 out. 17 Pokemon. I'll just go with that for now, I think. Let's see. Isabel has to go to work, so it says, be safe, everyone. Indeed, everyone take care of yourselves during these dangerous times, out and out. But try to have fun at work, and come on back afterwards and see how things went for my amazing deck here. And Stark says, it looks like a fun deck already. It's going to be fun to try to make it work, sure. And so Pika's saying, be safe, Isaac, and see you later. Alright, so we're going to go filters again to use just these for starters. I might put in other trainer cards afterwards. We're going to add D to make use of Hitmontop. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, that's fine. Well, kind of. I was thinking I was going to have to put a lot of fighting type energy in, but no. D lets you attach any energy cards. That actually counts for special energies too. But I have to attach them to my bench fighting type Pokemon. So only Hitmontop will benefit from that. I'm going to give it a try anyway. This is just a fun day to see what some of these new cards can do. I don't even need Careless. We have no rare fossils. I'll put the Rotom, Drone Rotom in there. Memory Capsule. Might as well throw some cheese in there. I do like some cheese. Nessa, well, we don't even really have that many water types. Although, we could put water energy in, for like to cover all the colorless costs. And I'm not going to put the stadium in, because I can't make use of that. It's only going to help my opponent. So, no thank you. That's 6 trainer cards. I don't want more than that. And that's why I might do buy a theme deck afterwards too, to get more access to better cards to assemble. Alright, let's take a look at the energy costs. We only need 1 water. Looks like at most, let's say, 2 darkness for both Mightyena, 2 darkness for Garbodor, so that's 4 darkness with 1 water, 1 fighting, and only 2 psychic. So fighting and water are the least that we need. I'm going to say put 3 of each of those. What I'm going to do though, I want to grab the special wash energy just so we can give it a shot. And put 2 more basic water, 3 basic fighting, we'll go 4 psychic, and then 4 darkness. Is this going to be a competitive deck? By no means is it going to be, but it's going to be an attempt at what we can make use of. Alright, let us now turn my throw it in and see what we can get. I want to get some draw support, so let's just throw a couple of bird keepers in. I want to use them with this. Basic Pokemon. I'm using a lot of evolution, so I don't think the Cape of Toughness will help. Glimwood Tangle. Do I have a lot of points with attacks? Because that's what Glimwood Tangle lets you do. You can reflip your coins. I want to put some tools in, actually, to make use of Garbodor. There's not a lot of points with them, so I don't think Glimwood Tangle is that important. Actually, you know what? In that case, I want some tools. I'm going to put some Capes of Toughness in. With Kaboo. That would be super useful. I could try the old PC. We tried that before, eh? Yeah, that's great. I think I'll skip that. Spike Move. Whenever your opponent's active Pokemon moves to the bench, put 2 damage counters on it. I'll put in the Struggle Gloves. What I want to do is find a way to drop items from my hand. Discard cards to do something. Well, right there. Discard up to 2 cards from your hand from Milo. Let's put him in there. So I try the Nugget. This would really work well if you had something like Mag Cargo Smooth Over ability. Search through your deck to choose any card you want. Shuffle the deck, then put that card on top. You could choose Nugget, and it says you play this card only if you drew it from your deck at the start of your turn. Before you put it into your hand, you can play it, you draw 3 cards. But we don't have the option to put that on the top, so let's say no for now. Put a couple Sonys in here to get some basic Pokemon. Training Court might be good. That lets you, each player can retrieve 1 discarded energy each turn. Big Charm, it's a tool, and that can provide extra HP. Pokemon this card attached to gets 30 more HP. Let's throw in some Great Balls there. Let's throw in some Hops for some basic draw support. Hyper Potion. Well, if we're losing energy from Hyper Potions, I can use that Stadium to bring it back with that Training Court. Kid, you could come in handy. Pokemon Gear, put a couple of you in here. Pokemon Center Lady, and yeah. Oh, another tool, Citrus Berry. Let's do that. Yuzma agrees. Alright, I guess that's going to be it. Let me get my keyboard for saving this for our first deck attempt. What do you call this? I'll number it 1, so usually do that to keep it at the top of our list. We're going to call it Vivid Voltage first. VV first. So before I challenge, or get challenged by any folks out there, I'm going to take this on a test run against one of the computer opponents. Let's just see how well this works together. And if you want to give me some condolences for losing ahead of time, you're welcome to do that in the chat. Okay, we've only got Trubbish to lead off with. We are going first, so we'll have 2 energy attacks by the time we get to attack. And that lets us find an Paymaster. So we can't play a supporter just yet, of course. So that's turn number 1. Attach 1 energy, and we are done. Okay, so Sonia, I'm going to use her next turn to get some more basics this time. I guess I'll go with the 2 evolutions we have in here. We gotta get ourselves a Poochyena and a Shot. So how do you work again, Bayonet? I think it's an evolved bench Pokemon. Yeah, one of the bench evolution Pokemon we can de-evolve. So let's just go ahead. Let's search our deck for an item card. What item card do we want to snag? We'll heal 30 damage with cheese, but since Trubbish is likely going to faint anyway, that's 50 HP. Can't zoom in on it right here. The basic Pokemon that has this gets, I think, 50 HP extra. So I'm going to get that. And we'll attach that next turn. So then I can Sludge Toss for 30 next turn. Anyway, let's first go ahead and attach that. Do they have any evolved Pokemon? They don't just yet, so I'm going to hold on to the Bayonet for now. My Bayonet now evolves. Well, what we can do here, I'm going to play Sonia to get some more basic energy this time. Get a Darkness and get a Psychic. Try to get even out the number of energy cards we have. And let's just go ahead and retreat Trubbish. Losing those 2 energy, but that's fine. We're going to start using the Ferocious Bellow for 20, but we're going to lower their opposing damage by 50 unless they evolve, but they're not going to evolve. So, thanks to the computer AI not being super smart, they're going to keep wasting their energies while we get things set up here, which I'm okay with. Play Hop, draw 3 more. We got Hitmontop. I'm going to not play the energy onto it just yet. I want to see if we get Nessa, or not Nessa, B to help us out. So let's go ahead and keep powering up Mighty Enda. And the Ferocious Bellow for a mere 20, but reducing their damage against us. I wonder if we're going to see Eevee at some point to get the Wash energy. Alright, play Hop once again, get 3 more. See Tornadoes. We do see Vaporeon, but no Eevee just yet. Give this to Mighty Enda, and go for the Pitch Black Fangs. Nice solid 100. Each energy providing about, was that 33.3 repeating damage for the Pitch Black Fangs. And this Torkoal has a flat 100 HP, so we can one-shot it with Pitch Black Fangs. Struggle Gloves. the Pokemon that's holding this is weak to the opposing type. There's no grass types in their deck, I'm sure. So anyway, for now, oh, we do have B. I'm gonna risk B. Or first, I'm gonna play the Great Ball. That'll take out one of the Pokemon from the deck. And here's Eevee. And that will provide potential for more energy on the top 5 cards. So since we only have the one water type, we're going to give this to Eevee. And we'll provide the bonus until Vaporeon comes into play. But let's now play B. Discard the top 5. Gave that to Hitmonchan. Alright. Decent enough, I guess. Let's go for the KO. This probably is not the most impressive battle versus the standard AI opponent, but the luck was not with me for the cards regardless. So, I mean, it's not going to be a complete steamroll, I don't think. Alright, so, oh, well, they don't have ability, but this is kind of, no, because I don't have the memory capsule. I was going to say, this is kind of cool. If I do have memory capsule, that would have shut down all of this guy's fire type's abilities. Hey, the training cord. Let's start getting some energies back. Back at Psychic, they still have no evolutions on the bench. I'll give this to Hitmontop, so it needs it for one of its moves. Let's just go ahead and play Pokekid and find Garbodor. Just gonna evolve that into play. I think what I might do also, I'll do some battles with you folks out there for sure, but I want to take this just in a random battle in the verses, just to completely confuse people and have them be like, what is this guy doing with his deck? This makes no sense at all, and I'll be like, sure, of course it does. Plus, I've never really done custom deck battles in the verses lately, so I don't even know what the big decks out there are right now, as far as custom built ones. So we will find out. What I should do next. Because I do have Birdkeeper. First, let's get that energy back into darkness. Well, I mean, the smart thing to do here would be to play Birdkeeper, bring up Vaporeon. Let's play this Poké here, get another supporter card. Birdkeeper. Okay, we'll use the next turn perhaps. And go for the super effective Aurora Beam. Damon is asking, do you often lose to the Mock Strike deck? I actually don't lose to that deck anymore, because when I see it, I walk away from the fight. I know what's going to happen, and I decide, you know what, I can better spend my time fighting a different deck. So I figure, yeah, we'll speed through to the next match. Okay. I mean, it's basically just a shutout right here, so keep going for the Aurora Beams. We got the type advantage over these fire types. We'll take care of this as quickly split as possible. Can't paralyze, good. Sidebolt could have, unless you have Blacksmith. No, you don't. Alright. And let's just go for the knockout. Wait, let's play the cheese. We don't want to heal. Oh, only 2 options. And I spot a cheese before we end off the fight. It's tasty stuff. So if you're using a Steam deck versus battle, but you could do an expanded versus battle the other day, and you won. Awesome. Who thinks I'm gonna win when I go into the verses with this deck? I'll give you a hint. I know one person who doesn't think so. This guy. But who knows? Let's just see what happens. Luck of the draw is always a thing. To our standard. And let's just jump in. Well, actually, Damon, if a viewer uses the deck against me, I'll let the fight go through because it gives us something to watch. But generally, if I'm doing like a versus match and I see that deck, it's like I'm trying to get some extra points, and to speed that up, I will, bypass that fight. I'll let them get their points for the win, but definitely I would move on after that. Okay, so we're going first. I'm gonna lead with Poochyena. I got a strategy in mind. I'm going to start powering up Trubbish, because on turn 2 of mine, ooh, get tornadoes as well. I can play Birdkeeper, bring up our Trubbish, and immediately use the attack of Lucky Find. Okay, so we see Galarian Zigzagoon. You kind of don't want to have that as your opening Pokemon, because the ability is when you play it onto your bench, it has an effect. Energy Spinner? What kind of fidgety nonsense is this? Search for basic energy, reveal it, put it into your hand. You go second, and it's your first turn. Search for up to 3. Did he only take 1? Because this, he should have been able to take 3. I think he did take 3. Just based on how many cards he has in his hand. I was busy reading the cards there, so I missed it. OMG, Sark says you like to stay in standard battles. What is that? Oh, okay, that's nice. Wait, I guess at the end of Sun and Moon, Guzma did start working with Hala, didn't he? I think Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? I kind of wonder, why are they teamed up? Okay, we got all this crazy stuff going on. What's happening now? Well, I don't have any Darkest Energy right now. I still have to swap out. What do you do? Search for an evolved grass-type Pokemon. Guess what I don't have in this deck? Alright, so, first things first. Let's evolve. Now play the Bird Keeper. Bring up Trubbish. Eevee will drop you down. Okay, here, 3.0 finds us a number of supportive cards. I'll grab Sonya. Get some more types of basic energy out of the deck. Alright, so let's give this Psychic to Trubbish, and Lucky Find. Take a look, see what do we find. I want to grab... grab a Great Ball, just to see what we can get next. Okay, do we see Evolution yet for Galarian Zigzagoon? Linoon doesn't have an ability that does damage when you play it, but Obstagoon does. Skyla being played to find which trainer card are they going to get. Quick Ball. Okay, so Quick Ball, when you play, you discard another card from hand, search your deck for any basic, and I believe it says put it right on the bench. Or am I saying into your hand? Yeah, it goes into your hand, okay. Which is good too, because if your bench is full, at least the Quick Ball can still be used. If your bench was full, you wouldn't be able to use that. Now, I'm expecting a rare candy to get that Decidueye that we saw earlier. And the Telescopic Lens. Is that what that's called? Telescopic Sight. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached, you do 30 more damage to the opposing benched Pokemon V and Pokemon GX. I ain't got any of those thanks to our good luck today. So that's not too much to be fearful of. I do want to get a little basic energy. We need another Darkness. And, grab another Darkness. I'll get these two. Now, if I want to Sludge Toss, just to start doing damage, I guess. Let's see what Great Ball can find us. Nothing. Okay. So we'll give you a Psychic. Let's start tossing some Sludge. I could go for more item cards, but players. This is by far not a serious match on my side of this. Rare Candy? Rare Candy. We're good at callback. What's that energy do? Okay, so no special conditions, that's fine. Now, what kind of damage do you do? Oh, wait. Okay, so that's why we use the Telescopic Sight. 20 damage to 2 of the opposing benched Pokemon. You are weak to grass. So what does that? Does it apply weakness? Oh, 30 more damage, okay. But again, actually, no. It's only for the Pokemon 20. Okay, so we're still going to do 80 when I do use the Ferocious Bellow. Tackle's not going to help us by any means just yet, so let's just go ahead. Ferocious Bellow for 20, reducing their output by 50 damage, but they're still doing 40 times 2 to weakness to 80. I'm going to go up to 100 damage. We're going to lose Mightyena next turn. Damon is asking, how often do Dragon types need to use Dragon Energy? Never, actually. The way Dragon types work is they always require at least one, but usually 2 different types of other basic energy. And the only actual Dragon Energy we've ever had has been the double Dragon Energy from Roaring Skies, I think that was. But, hang on, what is this? 30. Now, how did that not hit us on the bench? Wasn't I supposed actually do damage to us on the bench? Oh, never mind. No, my ability, right? Or my ability, the attack. Okay. Well, that could discard special energy. Let's go ahead and throw these two tornadoes. And just weaken this down again. But yeah, so that special energy, Double Dragon Energy, says it provides 2 units of energy of every color, but of course only 2 pieces of energy. And that was the only time we actually had a card that provided, not even providing dragon energy, but providing energy that only dragon types would use. Yeah, let's get that out of here. Put a training port down so we can start getting some of our energy back in hand. Not that it's going to help us much. Well, I'm going to give this to Tornadus. I'm going to give this to Tornadus. I said 2 different pronunciations, that's fine. Let's do a whopping 30 to get rid of that aromatic energy. So at least I can play 1 more energy down. Next turn I can Air Slash for a decent 120. Get that out of here! I just destroyed your stadium. Don't rare candy. Thank you. Much appreciated. Don't Dartrix either. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we just ate the citrus berry. Awesome. Pokegear, help me please. We got Sonia. Okay. Find a couple more basics. I couldn't de-evolve. I think that's the way to go. We'll get a Hitmontop as well. And drop them both down to the bench. Again, no interest in, or no intent on winning this match, but we're going to do as much annoyance as we can. So we take out a Decidueye. There's 1 down. We're going to lose an energy. Let's get rid of one of the darkness. We got a prize card. Let's enjoy the little miracles that we can pick up along the way. Only we could bring up that overall. What would be really funny too is if they evolve into Galarian Obsidian and then I just use this ability to de-evolve it and let them do it again. That'd be nice of me, don't you think? I think for now, we'll just leave the 2 energy on Tornadus. I'm going to keep this in hand in case I get to take out Rowlet though. So let's go ahead and just go do the damage. Jet Draft, 30 damage, no energy to discard, so nothing special there for us. And that only de-evolves a bench Pokemon. Can Tornadus pull us through to a potential victory? Let's find out. Boss's orders, what do you do? Why would you do this? Well, I can at least attach and retreat. Losing the wash energy to do it, but I mean, desperate times call for the desperate measures. Jet Draft once again. Tying up the game at least. 4 prizes remain on both sides. Do we have any water energy discarded? No. Well, technically no. That's this would only apply for special energy, or not. Sorry, not special. Basic energy. Don't rare candy. What did I just tell you not to do? You see, this right here is why I prefer the Theme Dex reverses, because I don't have stuff to stand up to this. I could have actually used that Charmander that we got to do some super effective damage. So I have no options. Send up our Shuppet. Let's... Evolving won't help. I'm just gonna do it anyway, just because I have the card. Will Nessa even do anything? Oh yeah, we actually have water energy in the discard. Let's just do it. So let's use Nessa to get all of 1 card back in hand. The only thing that we can do. Pick 1 top, it's gonna all come down to you, buddy. Well, actually, we're gonna lose Eevee as well because of the, what is that, Splitting Arrow. 90 to our active, 22 to the bench. So we gotta hope for us a miracle right now. We got cheese. Play a cheese. It's always like the cheese is the last thing I play. And we're gonna discard Hitmontop and draw 3 cards. Let's see what you got. And again, as I usually say, they just need to. There we go. All they need to do is attack. They're not gonna do the route of I'm gonna play 18 cards and then attack because they know they got the win. I know they got the win. We all know they got the win. But with some knockouts, I at least got some points. Not enough to get those chests, but points. Alright, with that now out of the way, I'm going to go over to the theme decks and take a look, but if you guys want to send me a battle invite, feel free to do so and destroy my first day coverage deck of Vivid Voltage. But let's take a look, see. I do think the first one I'm going to go with will be this one, because let's take a look. We got Oshawott here. Duat is okay, but Samurott has 160 HP, shell armor ability says it takes 30 less damage from attacks after weaknessing resistance. That's it. It's just standard has, you know, resistance to damage. Aqua Wash does 120, so 40 damage per energy. You may put 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. Also very useful. We have Dreadnought, which Vice Wave does 80, and if you played Nessa from your hand this turn, the opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Surf for 140, and how much would that be? So 45? No? 35. Yeah, 35 damage per energy. We got Cramorant, we have Arrokuda. What I like about a Barraskewda, the Arrokuda evolution, the targeted skewer says this does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each damage counter on that Pokemon. So that can do a lot of damage. So Unknown Spike is our first opponent for the night. Let's see how well they can do against the mighty power of the non-Galarian Darmanitan VMAX custom deck of Vivid Voltage. So what Pika says, good job, at least I was able to get the 2 prizes. Indeed. As I say too, that's still at least some points towards getting your rewards on the versus ladder. I'm not going to go first. I've actually gotten used to going second now because you get to play your supporter on your first turn if you go second, and I do have a supporter. And Steam Sale Unknown Spike has no basics. So you know what that means. I get to take some mulligan cards if I wanted to. And in fact, I'm going to this time because this deck needs a lot of help. I get to take 6 mulligan cards. Now, it is not going to be nowhere near enough to change the end of this battle, believe me. Let's just give it a shot. Let's just see what I randomly managed to pull. I do like those sleeves. Where'd you get those sleeves again? I think we talked about this way back in the day, but they're very cool looking. We got Trubbish, we got Hitmontop, and we got another Shuppet. We'll put that all down. Ooh, we got us. Reverse foil, a Alolan Vulpix. Did one of them jump off the other? In the middle? Look. We have a reverse foil, Ghastly from the Evolutions expansion, I believe that is. The basic, TCG base set art style. It's cool to see them bring that back in the more current versions of the card game. Okay, Professor's Letter, searching for a couple of basic energies. We do have a basic on Alolan Vulpix. With Roar, that's a nice energy card. Roar can switch my Pokemon around at my choosing, and Icy Snow does 10 if they have water. But I'm expecting we're going to see Alolan Ninetales before too long. Okay, so first things first. I'm going to play the Great Ball. I'm going to grab Tornadus, might as well. Damon asking, how does the mulligan work? So, well, let me finish my turn and I'll explain how it all works out. I'm not going to play Pokegear just yet. I'm going to play Hop and draw 3 cards. We do have a Banette now in. More Psychic Energy to make use of that, though. I should have put... What is it? Actually, no, I got Sonya in here to find Basic Energy. So you're weak to Steel. That's not going to help us. We don't have any Steel types. But let's go ahead. I'm going to start powering up our Trubbish / Garbodor. Now we'll put Pokégear. Yeah, in case we can find Sonya. Alright, we found Sonya. Cool. Basic energy coming my way next turn. That's that. So a mulligan is, as both players are setting up, first you draw your 7 cards for your opening hand. If a player does not have a basic Pokemon in their opening 7 cards, that's called a mulligan. And the other player, if they have a basic, they set it down, set their bench Pokemon, put their prizes down, their 6 prize cards, and then the player that got the mulligan shuffles their hand in, draws 7 new cards. So every time they don't have a basic and has to reshuffle, the other player, after all the setup is complete, can take that up to that number of cards extra for the mulligans that the opponent had. So it's a good way to get some extra cards. It's also why you want to make sure to have a fair amount of basic Pokemon in your deck so you don't mulligan too much and give the opponent more Pokemon to start off with. Yeah, I could put a damage counter on that. I think I don't have any tools in the discard pile. So I'm going to do this to Garbodor. Let's play Sonia and get a couple of basic energies. I think we're going to go with... Let's go Psychic and Fighting. We'll get the most of those in the deck. And I think that is good to go. I'm going to take 80 damage from the Aurora Beam. And what does this do against... So active EXs and GXs does more damage. Okay, we're not... There's nothing to worry about for us there. Just a simple 80 damage from Aurora Beam. Sycamore being played. Discard the hand, draw 7 fresh cards from the deck. Do you see an evolution yet? Because I can de-evolve. This would, like I said, this would work well though if we had ways to damage the bench. Because we could de-evolve it to lower HP, could possibly get a knocker just by playing an evolution card. What's that? A Noibax. Oh, would this be the Noivern Boomburst hitting the bench? I know what this is. I think. Is this Noivern Creepshow? I think this could be Noivern Creepshow. I guess you could call it Boomburst Creepshow as well. With a little bit of Alolan Ninetales sparkled in for flavor. Sparkled in? Sprinkled in. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, we do have Birdkeeper. Oh, you didn't go for the knockdown. Okay. So, what we're going to do here, I will play the Birdkeeper, bring up Garbodor, draw 3 cards. This will give us more HP. Where's that Milo? I want to discard tools from my hand. Milo, you're letting me down. I did put him in here, didn't I? Alright, so now we have 150 HP on Garbodor. So won't survive 2 of these Aurora Beams. But it is what it is. We're going to go for Poison Spray for 80 and inflict poison on the Ninetales. Unknown Spike does confirm indeed that we're looking at a Boomburst Creepshow deck. So this big charm ain't going to help in that case if I have at least 3 damage counters on my active Pokemon. If you don't know how it works, we'll probably get to see it in play at some point. And if not, I'll explain it after, but let's just watch and see how things play. Hey, I got some cheese. I can heal that. I don't think it's going to help too much. Ooh. Will that help us, this memory thingy? I don't know. Not really. Well, I mean, we could find more items, but we kind of want to... Well, we don't... Yeah, wait, we don't need to do the damage, because the poison will take out Alolan Ninetales. But, one more thing, I already have a tool attached. I can't give it to Garbodor. So let us instead... I'm going to play Pokekid. Which Pokemon do I want to grab? We see a lot of water types over there. Psychic as well. What is your weakness? Dark, okay. Which means I probably want to get myself a Mightyena to play at some point. So let's get Poochyena. Drop you on the bench, give you a Darkest Energy. I think that's it. Let's just... I'm going to let the Poison do the thing. I think I said last time we had a stream, if you attack, sometimes the opponent has something like, say, what is it? Sudowoodo with Mimic. It'll say, if the opponent attacked last turn, use this attack, or use that attack, whatever. So it's like, if I don't attack, then that shuts down that possibility. We've got a Hypnosis putting us to sleep. Stay asleep. No way to heal that up, I think. Damon says, Noivern provides the show, Ninetale provides the lights, and Gengar provides the creepy show. Unknown Spike says, you have a hand brick. Sometimes, yeah, the hand just isn't there. Dazzling Shell 101, aloha indeed. Welcome to our stream as I have some kind of bad luck. Dream Meter does 80, which... Do we resist anymore? We don't. Why do we not? Well, I guess because we're technically a poison Pokemon from the main series. What do I want to play? See, I'm kind of hesitant to play B. Because I don't want to lose our Mightyena. I think I saw only one was in the deck. So I'm going to give this to... We're going to give this to Poochyena. I'm going to take a chance and say that we're likely not going to stay asleep. We're going to flip a heads. Luck of the draw. Or coin flip, of course. Indeed, says Damon. Well, Alola, if you're talking Pokemon, but Aloha is also a greeting in the actual IRL. So, I accept either or. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh! Give me a Birdkeeper. That's not a Birdkeeper, but I kind of wanted this anyway. Mightyena, get in there, friend. Let's go ahead and... I don't think water energy will help us too much. Plus, we have the wash energy if we happen to find that. Could heal with Hyper Potion. But I'm kind of okay with letting Garbodor fall. I kind of want that to happen. Alright, so go ahead. Dream Meter all you like. You're going to have a nice Mightyena come up for the KO. How you doing is getting played. We see Evo Soda into the Gengar. Maybe. They might go for their Noivern. Noivern it is, okay. Wait a minute, that's a different Noivern. Boomburst GX. 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. That's even better than the standard Boomburst Noivern. Now, do we see the Haunted Retreat? We would survive with Garbodor thanks to the big charm. And there's that double dragon energy we were talking about. So as it can only be given to a dragon Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only 2 units of it. And we're a weak 2 Fairy. Which is interesting. Now that Fairy types are not in the game anymore, because they've been replaced, like added into the Psychic type pool, basically, we're not going to have any super effectiveness on classic Dragon-type Pokemon like this Noivern GX. There is the GX attack. We do wake up. That's good. I'll take that. Okay. So, you're but faint. You're but faint. Who do I want to heal? I think Tornadus is probably our next best bet. Energize you. Let's Moo Moo Cheese. Both of these two on the bench. I do want to poison you, so I'm going to use that attack, but is there anything else I want to play just yet? Don't think so. I think we're good with what we've got for now. Let's go ahead and do the poison spray for 80. And inflict the poison on there. So next turn, unless they heal, Noivern GX will have 100 HP remaining, and I have someone that can do 100 damage. So that kind of works out well. Pokemon Center Lady! That's not good. Now what is your standard attack? It's going to be 120, and I can't play Stadiums, or Distort, 50, and I can't play Item Cards. Well, you know what? This ain't terrible. They bring up Tornadus. I've been pronouncing it 2 different ways this whole time. But I'm sure y'all know what I'm saying when I say either or. Okay, what does this say? I can't play any special energy. That's fine. All I have is the wash energy regardless. I can play Eevee just so I can evolve it next turn. I want to give you more energy. Well, you're gonna faint, so I'm not gonna power you up anymore. Or are you? Because the most you can do is 50, unless you have another double dragon energy. You know, I think we'll only do 30. Actually, think this can work. I'm going to attach this to... I'll give this... let's give this to the Eevee. Now let's go for the Jet Draft through 30. Discard the double dragon. Now if they have another double dragon, they can hit me for 120 right away, and that's a knockout. But I do have an option to slowly whittle it down while keeping its output of damage lower with that Ferocious Bellow. But now we see they can only do the Distort for 50, and I can't play an item. Okay. One retreat cost. Okay, while they take their turn, let me get caught up on the chat. Ordinary! Look at this card, hang on. Let me see it. Look at that awesome card right there. I'll leave it on screen as I read. Dazzling Shell says, you couldn't enter the contest, but you're fine with the results of what you found. Yeah, so even though the contest has been drawn for, if you want to keep helping me find those Dragon Balls, I won't say no. You can actually now post it, say, on the... I don't know, can you folks put posts on the community tab, or is that only for me? But either way, you can leave comments and let me know where you found them. Because I will say, there's 5 Dragon Balls that I have confirmed that you folks have found, and I'm going to start going out tomorrow to grab them. But there is still one that hasn't been found yet. I know where 5 of them are, but if anyone... That was a heal, wasn't it? If anyone has any other advice or insight onto where the other Dragon Balls might be, then definitely I want to know so I can find them. Alright, anyways, let's get back to the fight. Evolved into Vaporeon, so we see they switched. You have no damage. I was considering the old sneaky de-evolution to possibly take you out. One more energy can do 120 to me, and that's going to knock out my Vienna. So... since we have Mighty End now, we could probably play B. I'm going to try playing B. I'm going to take a risk on this. If I can get at least 2 energy... Oh, 3 energy! Nice! Oh, the wash energy! I wanted that for Vaporeon. Okay, let's retreat. Let's see, hit him on top. Is weak to that. Oh, wait a minute. You're weak to Psychic. What does this do again? If my Pokemon is weak to the opponent's active Pokemon, we do 30 more damage. Let's just do that. We'll put the tool out. Get rid of it, basically. And, go for the Tornado Kick. I just did 140 to a Ghost type. Not too upset about that. We also pick up the Training Court from our prizes, so we can snag ourselves some of our discarded energy. Okay, we got us Rolling Ninetales up in the active. We're going to take 80 for this hit. I don't have another way to poison. Let's see, Damon says, you still see Fairy-type weakness on the card, though. You have Fairy-type Pokemon and energy. Yeah, well, when I say they took them out, I don't mean like they've gotten rid of what's there. They're just no longer making Fairy-type cards or energy, because they've cycled them now into Psychic-type Pokemon. Actually, I have an idea. Follow me on this one. I'm going to play down the Training Court. I'll retreat Mightyena for Vaporeon, discarding this energy. I'm going to use the Training Court to bring back that water energy. Attach it to our now active Vaporeon. Don't want to de-evolve anything just yet. I don't think I put any way to get Pokemon back, so I don't think Trubbish is going to help us because Garbodor is gone. Let's do a nice decent 70 damage with Aurora Beam. This deck is not amazing, but I'm somehow making it work a little bit. Dazzling Shell says, how'd I do with the game that I did yesterday? Well, Dazzling Shell's asking, let me guess, the final one is on the number 106 video? No, actually, like when I reviewed the footage myself, I actually couldn't find a Dragon Ball in 106 or 107, and I somehow suspected that there weren't any there. Because like I said, it felt like around that episode is when I started seeing some of these Dragon Balls in like the the background and stuff. But don't do this. Oh, you're gonna play dirty, are you? I got an idea for you. Use wait a minute. Let me check this out. But anyway, yeah, so as soon as I start getting the Dragon Balls, I'm going to show you exactly where they have been found in the videos. Alright, let's take a look-see. 70 damage, Alolan Vulpix has 60 HP. It's time to de-evolve that thing. And to the discard pile you go. We'll grab ourselves a Poké-Kid. I think I'm going to need to make use of that. Oh, there's only one Pokemon left to take, okay. 50 HP. Now, can I send you to the bench somehow is the question. I'm going to grab a Psychic Energy. I'll just do a standard 40. I think we're going to start getting Tornadus ready to go. Let's just do 70 damage to Noivern GX. See, if I could somehow send it to the bench, I could then evolve our other Shuffle into Bayonet, put de-evolve the Noivern GX to keep damage on it in excess of its HP, and then we're good to go there. Now, the Noivern GX. I mean, for a deck that really had no amazing cards to work with, we did okay in this match. We have it tied up at 3-3. We're going to be taken out by the Sonic Volume of 120. There won't be much more left that we can do. Well, yeah. I think that pretty much seals the deal here. 2 prizes left for them to take. None of our Pokemon can take the hit. I'm going to send our Bayonet because it's kind of served its purpose for the time being. What can Nessa do for us? Bring back 2 cards. Let's play Hop. Let's deck ourselves out if we have to. This is for basic Pokemon. Ooh. Gives me 50 plus HP. Kinda like that. Okay. Great Ball. I don't think there's any other Pokemon. You know, because we played Poké-Kid and we just got the Bayonet. So let's give this to Tornadus. Yes! Bring back. Get one of our Darkness Energies back. This is a nice memory for our Darkness-type Pokemon. And that's that for that turn. Damon says, I feel like you would be helpless against the Mach Strike with your deck. Well, most decks are helpless against Mach Strike with their deck, so I don't think you're wrong in that assessment. If only we had one more knockout. Just take one of these down to get the last 2 prizes that we needed. Yeah, I think I might want to assemble a deck using Bayonet and a way to put damage on the bench Pokemon, because that would be a pretty sneaky combo. As you saw, like the evolving that Alolan Vulpix. Ooh, you're gonna come in with me. Let's first of all give the energy to Tornadus. And let's play Pokemon Center Lady. Might as well heal you up. Willow's waking up. She's trying to climb in the backpack. What? Okay, bring back another one of our Darkness Energies. And, well, actually, you know what? Darkness, or sorry, not Darkness, Air Slash with the Training Poison works well because I can keep bringing back an energy that I discarded. And this 120. We're going to take 120 in return for the Sonic Volume, but at least we have an extra 50 HP. That won't really help too much. Unless I get another Pokemon Center Lady, which of course we can't because there's only one in the deck. Let's see, have I ever heard of the Mystic Typhoon deck? It sounds familiar. I don't remember offhand what types it has in it though. Is it one of the theme decks? Milo finally showing up to help out. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, Milo, discard up 2 cards. We're going to get rid of the Great Ball and I guess the Mighty Anna. Draw 4 cards total. Nearly decking yourself out. Can't heal. We'll use this to get an energy back, though. There's no options here. We're just going to go for at least a knockout. Use the Air Slash. We're going to go down to 1 prize remaining. But with all the energy on that Noivern GX, all I gotta do is do a simple, even the Distort attack. And we go down. But we came close though, this is pretty cool. Alright, let's see this. They can go for the extra damage of the 120 for Sonic Volume, of course, too. So why are you playing the end card? You do know you can just click the attack to finish this match, right? It is funny though, both players being ended down to 1 card though. Oh, we got Nessa back. Can you save us next turn, Nessa? No, because there is no next turn. We are done. But, as I said, we went down to 1 prize left, so that wasn't too bad. Although I feel maybe you went a little easy on me at some points. I do appreciate that. But either way, why was I here? Oh, we're looking at the theme decks, right. Alright, so let's just go. We'll just leave it here. So if anybody else wants to send a battle request my way, feel free to trounce my Vivid Voltage deck on day 1. I'll probably go for, let's say, another half hour or so at max. And we'll just end off at that point. So, by the way, too, if anyone has forgotten, tomorrow is our first community day for the month of November in Pokemon Go. I believe it's the Electabuzz Day, I think. Magmar, I think, is the following week. And GG as well to you, Unknown Spike. A good match indeed. It's cool seeing all them. Like, it's too bad we didn't get to see the Gengar in play, but I mean, the Noivern did the work it had to regardless. Dazzling Shell says the Mystic Typhoon is the first deck that you first use. It's from X and Y Flash Fire. Okay, Sailor Pika can now destroy Vivid Voltage. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so I don't remember it by name, but what types were in that deck? It sounds to me like it might be... I'm thinking Fire, because, well, it's from Flash Fire, but also I would think that would be Fennekin, or sorry, well, Delphox as the mascot in that one. And hello to Humberto Valdez Hernandez. I always say this, I probably pronounced something wrong, and I apologize if I did. But welcome to our Vivid Voltage stream for Pokemon TCG Online. If you weren't here for the first part, or if you were, you hadn't said anything, but either way, I opened up 10 random booster packs. Didn't get the best of luck, but I assembled this deck with what I had to work with, and we're just kind of playing around for some fun to see what we can do with these cards. We got us a Lugia. Oh, this is this the theme deck? This might be the theme deck. Didn't even pay attention. Oh, we got Spoochiana already. So let us poke a gear. I want to find... What do I want to find? I want to find... What's his name? Birdkeeper. Yeah, you know, Birdkeeper Poke Kid. But whatever. We might find you next time. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to not use you. We're going to play Hop. Find us a Birdkeeper. That's not Birdkeeper. Okay. In that case... I'll give this to... I'm going to give this to Trubbish. You can't use it just yet, can attack, but you can try to possibly use Lucky Find and get an item card next turn. And Unknown Spike, you were planning to use the GX attack with Gengar. And like, yeah, that's what I said, that's a good combo too, because putting 50 damage on everything, Gengar can knock out any active Pokemon that has 3 or more damage counters. So by boom bursting my whole side of the field, whatever I have active, Gengar just simply attacks and knocks out. Which reminds me, there's another card in this new set that I do want to mention at some point, which it just basically knocks things out. It knocks itself out too, but I'll show you that momentarily. Okay, we'll give this to Trubbish. I might as well play Poke Kid, get another Pokemon out of the deck. So you see it's Lugia there, which I assume it's weak to Electric? Yeah, or Lightning, I should say. But I don't have any of those in the deck. So let's get our own weak to Lightning normal type, or colorless type. Tornadus, we'll put you down on the bench. That's all we can do. We're going to use Lucky Find and find which item do we want to get. I'm going to say Pokegear. I want to find that Birdkeeper. And this is the new Charizard theme deck, says Sailor Pika. I thought it might have been, but I wasn't familiar with the art specifically just yet. So we're going to be able to U-turn. Well, I was going to say, oh no wait, I'm weak to fighting. That's good. I guess because you're poison type, and fighting is representative of ground Pokemon. It's so... There's so many different things you know try to figure out with these... the typings in the card game. Because if you're not familiar, I'll just mention one thing. A fighting type Pokemon in the card game can be either a fighting type, ground type, or rock type from the main series. And even then, if it's a dual type, let's say Landorus, for example, it could actually either be a fighting card or a colorless card, because colorless cards also represent flying type Pokemon from the main game. So, it's whacking. And they do indeed U-turn out. I shall play the Shuppet. See, what scares me is Yanmega, because it's a grass type and our dark type here is weak to grass, being a bug. Again, it can be confusing. The Pokemon Center Lady. Well, hang on a sec. 70 HP. We don't have your evolution. We do Sludge Toss for 30. So let's actually grab Pokekid. Let's play Pokekid. Let's grab ourselves a Garbodor. Drop it down. We will survive a U-turn. We'll play Darkness Energy. Let's do the Poison Spray for 80. We got a knockout. Alright. We pick the first prize of the game. Oh, we gotta keep toughness. Hello to Billy Abel. How's it going? Welcome to our live stream for our Day 1 adventures in Pokemon TCG Online Vivid Voltage. And Dazzling Shell says, I caught the other comment in the last Pokemon Go video. Yes, I did. And I said I was going to respond last night. I didn't. I got tied up. But I might respond tonight. If not, I'll try to get to it before the end of the weekend. 130. We're going to do another 50. Another 80. Aw, that's a knockout though. Why would you do this? Why would you do that to me? Regardless, it's kind of okay. I wanted to get our Mightyena up. If I draw that Birdkeeper this turn... Fair enough. Okay. So I'm going to play Training Court to get back that Darkness Energy that we just lost. Now, that's only for basics. Okay, so might as well give this to our... Yeah, our Tornado. And let's just go for the Ferocious Bellow to at least reduce damage by 50 from them this turn. So Lugia can't hit us. But they could attach another energy, retreat, use U-turn again on Yanmega, and do double damage to my weakness to 100. That Yanmega would work well if you have like a Float Stone for one of your other Pokemon. You can just retreat, U-turn back into it, like something with a lot of high HP, for example. Okay, let's drop you down. I'm gonna risk the beam. Let's just do it. At least we got one energy. We lost a whole bunch of other stuff, I'm sure. But let's grab another fighting beam. Actually, wait. No, okay, never mind. As we say, we could actually use Hitmontop to start doing damage when we played beam, but I need 2 more energy on, not just 1. Let's retrieve this Psychic Energy. And go ahead and use another Ferocious Bellow. So the Energy Loop, we will survive the hit. Bellow. And what does it do? It puts 2 of its own energy back into the hand and it says. Or 1 energy, okay. We got us an Eevee. Let's put you down there. You are weak to lightning. Okay, good. Not grass. So bring back another energy. Let's grab the fighting. So what I can do now is attach this to Mightyena and knock out Lugia for another prize. And then this comes up, snipes our Mightyena. Charmander comes up. We'll just do that. We'll play this out. Pitch Black Fangs is 100, takes down Blue Quick. Dazzling Shell is asking, what gym leaders gave me a run for my money? I'll go, to the very first gym leader. You know what was crazy? Brock, from Pokemon Red and Blue. Generally, he's seen as one of the easiest gym leaders in the entire series, because of course his types, Rock and Ground, both double weak to Grass and Water. So if you choose Bulbasaur or Squirtle, then you basically have to win. Now, let's take it back to the past. I chose Squirtle as my starter back in Pokemon Blue, and my first attempt at battling Brock, I lost because of that Onyx's Bite attack. And this is back where I really do anything with Pokemon. I hit Onyx with a couple bubbles. It somehow survived, because I didn't have Water Gun yet, but it somehow survived. And it managed to hit me back, double damage, thanks to 5. Down went my Squirtle. The other Pokemon I had at the time, Metapod, Rattata, and Pidgey, they couldn't do nothing against that Onyx. So, right back from day 1, Gym Leader 1. That was a hard time. Maybe not the hardest, but it was a bit of a difficult time for sure. Okay. So let us... I'm going to give this to our recording on. I'm going to do a Cycle Draw. Discard, I think, the Struggle Gloves. Okay, discarding that makes me realize I should probably next time lead with Hitmontop to start powering up Garbodor's, whatever that trash attack is, because I can discard tools to power that up. And we got some, looks like, slaps to the face, I think, is that it? Or is that just somebody clapping? Umberto had put some emojis down. Oh, Rock, Paper, Scissors, wait. I know Sailor Pika. She went with Scissors. I'm gonna go Rock. She went Apron. I don't know Sailor Pika. But, yeah, so... Gym leaders have gotten a lot easier over time. I don't really think... I would have expected Lieutenant Surge to give me more trouble than he did, but fortunately I had the foresight to grab a Sandshrew on our way down to Vermilion City. And this is before I even knew what type advantages actually were, like, how they meant or how they interacted. Nintendo Power showed me that a ground type was most resistant to electric, so I thought, let me get a Sandshrew before taking on Surge. When I went to fight him, it said Raichu used Thunderbolt, and I kind of winced back like, oh, how much is this going to hurt? But it then said, Rocky, my Sandshrew, is completely immune. And I'm like, wait, you can be immune to attacks? That was so amazing to me. And I thought, yes, please. If I could put some damage on you, I could de-evolve you and take you out. But let's do a quick little retreat ski. How much do we do? Cutting Wind does 130. That is not good for us. Sonia, help out, please. What can we get? Let's get some energies. Might as well. And let's get the knockout. Aurora Beam. Take the lead in prize count. Yeah. Not for long. Dazzling Shell had a hard time with Gym Leader 4 in Hoenn. Okay, let me remember. Hoenn, that is Flannery, I think it is? No, wait. First you fight Roxanne, then Brawley, Watson, then yeah, Flannery. Because the time you were a rookie, you just used your starter, Grovyle. Okay. Yeah, like I say, that kind of makes sense, the type advantage. And Damon played through Omega Ruby on emulator, those Gym Leaders were tough. Well, yeah, I guess in the remakes, they sort of upped the ante a little bit. Doing 120. Yeah, 130 actually. Well, Tornadus will survive. Let's just accept our inevitable defeat. We're going down. We're gonna play Great Ball, grab ourselves Shuppet. We're gonna play all of our bench Pokemon down. Bring back our Lost Energy. Nah, Psychic. If only you had Special Energy, but this draft would make a lot more sense. Don't have any more EV. So I can't really make use of Vaporeon. I could just use Nest to get back Water Energy. It's not really going to be that big of a deal. Can't play it right now anyway, so let's just do 30. Discard no energies. take a hit for 130, survive thanks to our giant cape, cape of toughness, but get destroyed on the next turn. Dazzling Shell says her Torkoal was a nightmare at the time. Yeah, if you mainly focus on Grovyle, with back in Gen 3, Grass being special, and does Torkoal have good special defense, or is it just physical defense? Don't recall. But either way, it's resistant to Grass, right? So, I mean, I know it's just defensive in general. So, see how that might be a bit of a problem. Speaking of problem, I don't have anyone that can survive Cutting Wind after our Tornadus goes down. Let me try this. I'm going to swap up a Shuppet. We got a nice Citrus Berry, but I've got a cape on there right now. That's not going to help. And we'll end the turn. Overheat! Right! That was Torkoal's main attack. But she gives you that TM, I believe. I was gonna say, if only you had, like, Protect. You could Protect and then its attack would drop. But no, that's not how it works in the main series. If the Overheat doesn't connect, you don't get the secondary effect of the user losing the attack stat. That only happens in things like Pokemon Go, which I kind of feel like it shouldn't. Well, sometimes I feel like it should. Sometimes it makes sense that it still would. Mainly when it's benefiting me to not take extra damage. Okay, let's Air Slash. Let's take down one of these. We're going to lose to the next one. At least we can still tie it up at 2-2. Even a simple U-turn takes down our Tornadus right now. That is going to be the game. Now, is that from this set? I think yeah, it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I think they've included some Pokemon from previous sets. When I was looking through the theme deck of Dreadnought, it showed that I already had the Wishy-Washy, and I thought, I haven't gotten any of these cards yet. How's that possible? Dan! Alright, so, okay. She chose paper last time. It's like a chess game, get it in the head. So, knowing that she chose paper, she might think I'm going to go scissors. So she's going to go rock, so I'm going paper. And she chose rock. Or scissors, actually. Okay. I don't really play chess that often. Thus, I am a failure at the rock, paper, scissors. That's how that works, right? They're both the exact same game, kind of. Alright, let's go up here, Shuppet. Just because we have nothing else that we can do. I wanted to find a memory capsule. We didn't get it. I'm just going to go ahead and de-evolve that Magcargo. Just because... Well, we can de-evolve Charmeleon. No, let's let Charizard get in here. And I think that is going to be that. Because I can't really do anything. I'm going to give a Citrus Berry. And that's that. Okay. Let's see. Will Citrus Berry make us through? I don't know. And Dominic P. introducing themselves as Markiplier. Hey, that's identity theft. Can't do that. Although I do understand what you're getting at. My name is Markiplier. Welcome back to Happy Wheels. I'm so used to him saying Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the intro that I always think of. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's, Part 4, Version 2. Secret security breach stuff. There's so many different kinds of games of that. Alright, so that's a good game to Sailor Pika as well. My deck got destroyed. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of time here. Let's go to our collection. And I want to at least talk about that one particular Pokemon I was mentioning. It's a Steel type. And I always like when, hey, Damon's going to fight us first. Let's do that. I'll do, let's say, where is that? These are all the theme decks. Let's go with deck names. Is it only theme deck we can do? Oh, okay. So let's do all decks. No, all decks. And what's the one I like to go with? I kind of like Bright Tide. Okay, so after this match, I'm going to hold off on other battles. We're going to talk a little bit about the cards, and I think we'll end off for the day. It's Mock Strike. Again, as I said, if a viewer uses it, we'll play it. I won't go first, that way I can use my supporter on my first turn. And we do have a supporter. We got us a How. How about that? Popplio, oh, I shouldn't have let Popplio go. I can use Corsola for Call for Family. Yeah, if I actually get a way to switch, I might do that. We got a Type Null leading the way. Timer ball being played. You're gonna get both heads. This match is already turning out to be so fun for me. Alright, what do we find? We got no way to reach. Well, hang on. Let me play Hop first. Hop, not Hop. How? We're gonna play the nest ball. Get a Lillipup down. We're gonna play the Psyduck. Let's do a little damage to the Type Null. Let's do a whopping 10 with Pound. On Dominic P combined Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Okay. And what do I think? Well, I haven't really... The only thing I know about Jacksepticeye is top of the morning to your legs. And I think he just goes in, past that. It's weird. I didn't realize how many subscribers that Jacksepticeye had, because I know him through watching Markiplier videos first. And then I found out Jack's got, like, way more than Markiplier, and I thought, how is that possible? But, good for both of them. That's awesome to have that many people, like, just following what you do. Alright, I might as well do a little bit more damage with Water Gun. Let's do a whopping 20. We do need to see 2 energies to retreat that Type Null before this Garchomp could do anything. Or not. Okay, you've done your purpose, Herdier. Get up there. Take this unnecessarily overpowered damage from a theme deck Pokemon. And Corsola, now we can make use of the Call for Family, actually. Which basics do we want to get? I like things that can evolve up if possible, so let's grab ourselves a Popplio and a Psyduck. Also thinning the deck a little bit by some basic Pokemon, therefore better chance of any Pokemon that you do get off the top might be evolutions. Dazzling Shell's asking, have I heard the news about a certain game show host? If you're talking about Jeopardy, I have heard. Things, as they say, the show will go on, but it's never going to be the same as it had been. But that's how things go sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it's the way that life takes us. I'm getting nothing from this deck. This is not fun. See, with the Mock Strike deck, it's like... It feels like there's just so much power to get everything built up that you need. And it's just overpowered. But it was a big mistake for them to make a theme deck in this sense. Having the cards is fine, but they have them pre-built. Yeah, we're done. I'm not finishing that one. I'm getting basic energy off the top of the deck. Alright, so let's take a look at that steel type that I was talking about. Where are you? You skipped it. You are... Are you this? What am I thinking of? Hang on. No. Which was the one that does a knockout? You just see. You type knocks to knock A. Show not on. Wait, okay, maybe that's the problem. There we go. That's why I couldn't see it. So this here, Fortress. So takedown does 120. It also does 30 to itself. But this is a second attack, double KO. Both active Pokemon are knocked out. So Fortress being a non-Pokemon V or VMAX, the opponent would only take 1 prize for that. But if you take down a VMAX just by using that move, knocking it out, you take 3 prize cards. I kind of want to make use of that. There's a way you could sort of reduce the energy costs on this. Things like the Venusaur that I like to use with Jungle Totem, which says every basic grass energy attached provides 2 units. That could somehow speed this up. I don't know, but that is really powerful. Knocking out both active Pokemon. And GG to you as well, Damon. As I say, that deck is just way too powerful for a theme deck. So So what else can we see here? I'm going to get rid of the search parameters. Let's just take a quick look through as I fire up Pokemon Go, because my Slowbro needs some berries for some food. We mentioned this already, though. I like the Elusive Master ability for Beedrill. Of course, we didn't get a Beedrill in our packs today, but anyway. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is the last card in your hand, you may play it to your bench. So playing a Stage 2 down without having to evolve it up. I love when you can play non-basic Pokemon right down, and you need to draw 3 cards as well. But it is dependent on it being the last card in your hand. Yes, my Slowbro needs some food. And what else do we see here? One of my favorite things in Pokemon TCG is the abilities. Also, okay, we didn't mention this. I don't exactly know what the theme of this is, but like, you see Celebi has like this kind of like a paint splatter behind it. I'm feeding my Pokemon off screen. So if you look down at the bottom left corner, it's got a new symbol, this A with like a big paint explosion behind it, and I don't exactly know what type of Pokemon card that indicates, but look, it requires Grass Energy, Lightning Energy, and Psychic Energy to use its attacks. I'll take a look at those attacks in just a moment here. My Slowbro needs one more berry. I don't know if you can see him or not. Nah, not really that well. Gotta keep him in my view, and we're done. Alright, anyway, so Energy Press for 1 Grass Energy, 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to the opposing active Pokemon, which can do a lot, depending on what they have. And Amazing Bloom for Lightning and Psychic. For each of your bench Pokemon, search for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it on it to evolve it. So, I mean, that's great. And it's not like it's, you can take extra prize cards if they get knocked out. I'm just reading the bottom part. That is just the Pokedex description, okay. But there's a few of these paint splatter kind of things. Dazzling Shell says, double-edged sword with the Forretress attack, indeed. Sailor Pika got a Lugia card with that paint splatter. And Dominic asking, did I see the part of Jacksepticeye's Happy Wheels 88 when he gets Steve with the harpoon in the head and comes off in Jacksepticeye to say to close? I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen a lot of Jack's stuff. I've seen a few of his playthroughs. I think my favorite stuff, though, is when Jack, Mark, Bob, and Wade do all their stuff together. Like, some of my favorite videos lately have been their Phasmophobia, the ghost hunting, and just because it feels so real that it feels like they're actually going on like a ghost hunt and stuff. And I really like that. So, okay, we gotta take a look at the Pokemon V cards in this set. In fact, before we do, I want to find more of those paint splatter ones. I don't think I can search for just those, so to keep my eyes peeled for them. There's a lot of Pokemon V and VMAX, though, with this new set. Where's the paint splatter ones? There's not too many of them. I think there's only like 3 or 4. But they are worth mentioning. Oh, we saw Pikachu there. We'll get back to you in a little bit, bud. Not Zapdos. Wait, I saw one back here. Raikou. So this is another one of the ones. So Amazing Shot. This is crazy. For Grass, Lightning, and Psychic, or not Psychic, Grass, Lightning, and Metal Energy. 120 to the active, and this attack also does 120 to one of the opponent's benched Pokemon. That is, as it says, amazing. You're doing 240 damage for only 3 energy cards. You gotta like that. Okay, let's keep finding more paint splatter ones because they seem like they're more hidden, but they kind of feel like a highlight of this current set. I think it's just a single card that should be a reverse world version of it. So I'll just look for single individual Pokemon. If you see me miss one, let me know. There's a standard Xerneas. Diancie is a standard. We got Zacian. So, of course, as I said, Fairy-type Pokemon from the main games are now being represented as Psychic-type cards. So, for any energy, Metal Armament, 30 damage. Attach a basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. An Amazing Sword for Grass, Psychic, and Metal. 150 plus damage. If the opponent has any Pokemon VMAX in play, it does another 150. So you're doing 300 even if they have it on the bench. This is doing 300 damage. For 3 energy, that's 100 damage per energy. And it's still just a basic non-Pokemon V. So you lose Zacian, you're only losing 1 prize card to the opponent. And it doesn't say that there's a limitation on these, because with, say, what were they? Prism Star cards. You can only have one of each named Prism Star card in your deck. It looks to me like you can have 4 of these Zacian in your deck. That's kind of wild. I think, is there Zamazenta in this one? Bear with me, I'm gonna keep flipping on through. Zygarde. Zygarde is back. The Optimus Prime version of Zygarde is here. And it's not one of those rainbow ones. It's just a standard. We've got the Zamazenta, indeed. It's kind of the same thing, well, kind of metal armament, again, much like the Zacian, 30 damage, attach a basic energy from the discard pile to it. But for a lightning, fighting, and metal energy, 180 damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by Pokemon VMAX. It's not bad. So imagine having the opposing team all VMAXs and you have 4 of these Zamazenta down. That would be almost like a shutout victory, I would think. So what else is there as far as the rainbow splatters? Not that that matters, but it does. We got the Jirachi. Dreamy Revelation ability says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is active, look at the top 3 cards of the deck, put one into your hand and put the other one back on top. Amazing Star for a Psychic, Fighting, and Metal Energy. Search your deck for up to 7 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you'd like. Doesn't do any damage, but this would be a perfect setup for other of these rainbow splatter paint swirly Pokemon. Could you imagine getting all of the other ones, like say Zacian, Zamazenta, using Jirachi to set them up? It's kind of nice. Alright, so how many was that? Was that 5? I guess there was more than I remembered. Any others? Any others? We have Rayquaza. Let me scroll further down. Make sure we're not missing anything. So, okay, there's the full arts. But yeah, where are you? Rayquaza. So, Amazing Burst for a Grass, Lightning, Fighting does 80 times. Discard all basic energy from this Pokemon. This does 80 damage for each type of basic energy discarded in this way. So, just by the energy requirements that you need, you're doing, what's that, 240 with Rayquaza's basic attack. It'd be hard to cycle it back onto it without other sort of sneaky, tricky ways. But you could make that work somehow. Alright, I think that is it. Let's see. Dazzling Shell says you're missing out on some of these great cards. I mean, if you could get back into getting the tokens and get them from the booster packs, trade lock, but Bobby Abyss, welcome to our stream. You say good evening, good. It is evening for me as well. I never know who's in what time zone these days. You haven't seen much of this set, you've been out of TCG for a bit, but it looks decent. And as you're saying later, yeah, this set looks sort of OP. And we haven't even looked at the Pokemon V or VMAX yet. Dazzling Shell says, we hope I have a fun day with Electabuzz Community Day and Pokemon Go tomorrow. Thank you very much. I hope everyone enjoys the day too. Make sure, do your, I think the timed research, because you gotta get yourself some of those Sinnoh Stones. We're gonna need those for evolving our many shiny Electabuzz, which I'm hoping that we all manage to get. Wait, let me get this. Just the Vivid Voltage ones, Pokemon V. Look at all them rainbow ones. Dominic asked me, can I say it like Jacksepticeye, the Happy Wheels? I actually can't, because I don't know how he says it. I haven't seen any of his Happy Wheels videos. So we have Orbeetle V. Strafe does 20, and you may switch this Pokemon with one of your benched. Mysterious Wave does 50 plus, 30 more damage for each energy the opposing active Pokemon has. But you could also Gigantamax it up into Orbeetle V Max. The ability of Eerie Beam says once during your turn, if it's active, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. So again, that could be like 6 damage counters on a full bench without even attacking yet. So that's like 60 damage for free. G-Max Wave does 50 plus, 50 more damage for each energy the opposing active Pokemon has. So there's something to look for. We've got Zarude V, the new mythical, which I don't even know much about, but it is going to be the focus of the new movie coming out too. So it does Bind Down for 50. During the opponent's next turn, they can't retreat. Jungle Rising for 100 damage. Now this is actually good too. You may attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way that you like. If you attach energy in this way, heal all damage from the Pokemon that you attach to. So that can heal 200 every turn if you got the basic energy to make use of that. So that's nice. No VMAX for that one, just a standard Pokemon V. But Talonflame V is up next. Fast Flight. If you go first, you can use this attack during your first turn. Discard your hand and draw 6 cards. Bright Wing does 160 and discard an energy from this Pokemon. And it's got no retreat cost as well, which I always like to take note of in Pokemon cards. Here's the card that we wanted to find. Galarian Darmanitan V. Freezing Headbutt does 50 and flip a coin. If heads, the opponent is paralyzed. Frozen Slice is a powerful 190, but it does 30 to itself. But I mean, with 220 total HP, you're not going to be in danger of getting knocked out after just a couple of those. We already saw this one max white out, 200 damage, 30 to every one of the opposing Pokemon. Hey, that would be a good combo with the Creepshow Gengar as well. But you have to, well, I mean, you still have to evolve a Noibat to Noivern to do the damage. Same thing here, evolve a Darmanitan V into the VMAX. But either way, doing some damage to everything. So Pika's got 20 Sinnoh Stones. Nice. I'm up to, I think, 13 right now. I was going to use some to evolve just some Murkrow that I picked up, but I'm like, actually, I should save them for our community days. Alright, everybody's favorite mascot of the series, Pokemon, Pikachu V. We have Charge. Search your deck for up to 2 Lightning Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. And Thunderbolt does a powerful 200, but then you discard all energy from Pikachu V. So I don't know how well it is, but you might want to, say, okay, you're a good stepping stone into Pikachu V Max. G Max Volt Tackle, 120 damage base, and you may discard all energy from Pikachu. If you do, 150 more damage. So a decent 270 by losing the energies. If there's a way to reattach them, that would be great. But I don't know if there's anything in this set right now that can reattach energies that much. Ampharos V is also here with Dazzle Blast doing 50 damage and confusing the opponent. Damaging Spark does 120 and also does 30 damage to each of the opposing bench Pokemon that has damage counters on it. So I wonder if there's things like the, we could use the Galarian Zigzagoon to at least put a damage on, and then you could do this attack. So that could be an option. We have Colossal V, does Searing Flame, 90 damage, and burns the opposing Pokemon. Boulder Crush does 180, standard damage. Then there's the Colossal V Max. Eruption Shot does 40 plus. Discard the top card of the deck. If that card is an energy card, this does 90 more damage, and attach that card to this Pokemon. Again, that works well with the, Magcargo, Smooth Over ability. Look through your deck, put an energy on top, then use this attack. You're doing 130, and powering it up even more. G-Max Boulder does 240. We have a Drapion V, kind of standard stuff. Rack Down does 70 damage, Hazardous Claws does 130, and discard 2 energy from Drapion V. The opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. So if you could somehow... This could work well with that Venusaur with Jungle Totem, because technically every basic grass energy, which would provide, like, say, colorless energy, each one provides 2 units. You would discard 1 grass. Next turn, attach another grass to it. You're filling up 2 more energy on it, and doing that paralysis and poisoning. So that's kind of decent, I guess. That could work. Dazzling Shell. You say you got plenty of Sinnoh Stones from events and breakthrough boxes. You got an encounter with Ho-Oh from your first breakthrough box, which was back in May. Very nice. I don't remember what mine was. I did just get a Lugia from the Go Battle League, though, as one of my rewards for that. So that was kind of cool to pick up. So Pika really wants the Pikachu V Max. I will say it does seem better than the standard Pikachu V. We got Steelix V in here. Raging Hammer, 30 plus, 10 more damage for each damage counter that it has. And Iron Tackle does 210, also doing 30 to itself. So let's do the math here. If you had 6 damage count, no, that does 10 more for each. Never mind. I was going to say, I thought it was like 30 more damage for each damage counter it had for Raging Hammer. But Iron Tackle probably still does the more damage overall. And we have Aegislash is back. Finally, Sword and Shield gives us our Sword and Shield Pokemon. Slash does 50, Sonic Edge does 130, and the attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on the opponent's active Pokemon. So, like Hard Charms, any abilities that block damage and stuff, Sonic Edge ignores all that for a standard 130. Then there's the VMAX version for Aegislash. Max Hack does 160, plus 30 more for each prize card you have taken. So later game, this thing can hit bad. We got a Togekiss V, which does White Wind for 20 plus. If the opponent's active Pokemon is evolved, it does 7 more. Speed Wing does 130, which is either way better than White Wind. And then we have Togekiss V Max with Max Glide for 120. You may search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Like that. And again, a free retreat cost. So that is all for, I guess, the new Pokemon V cards in this set. but they do give us, what is it here? So this must be sort of a reprint from an older one. We have Alakazam V, Zen Spoon for 1 psychic energy. Put 3 damage counters on the opposing Pokemon anywhere you like. Mind Ruler, 30 times each card in your opponent's hand. That could do quite a bit of damage. What else we got? We got Galarian Surfetch V. Look at the full arts here too. These just look so cool. Resolute Spear ability. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may move any amount of fighting energy from your other Pokemon to it. Now, something that some people might not sort of realize and stuff. Things like Strong Energy or the new Stone Fighting Energy, although they're not considered basic fighting energy, they do still provide fighting energy while in play. Also things like Rainbow Energy, the Double Dragon Energy, for example, anything that provides fighting energy at the time that Galarian Surfetch V becomes active, you can move any of that energy to it, because it's still a fighting energy, considered fighting when it's in play. Then Meteor Smash is 200, but during your next turn this guy can't attack. So you kind of want to maybe float stone him back out. And that, I think, is all for this new set. All the Pokemon V cards. There's a number of good trainers as well. I'm going to see if I can just skim through them somewhat quickly. I'll point out any highlights that I know about. There's B, of course. There is Sir Chester Baftu again. All basic Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks. That is kind of good. There was another thing that allowed Grass and Lightning. I think it was 30 less damage. It was the Aether Paradise Conservation Area. Let's check out this Hero's Medal. The Pokemon VMAX this card's attached to gets 100 less HP, and if it's knocked out by damage from an attack of the opposing Pokemon, they take 1 fewer prize card. You can't give this to a Pokemon VMAX that currently has 100 HP or less remaining. Make sure you don't cause a knockout unexpectedly, I guess. We've got League Staff, draw 2 cards. If Wind in Stadiums in play, draw 2 more. We've got Leon, who does a basic 30 more damage by your Pokemon's attacks to the opponent this turn. There's that Memory Capsule, we've got the Cheese, we've got Opal. Flip 2 coins, search your deck for a number of cards up to a number of heads, put them into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. That could come in very handy. Rocky Helmet is back. Simply a tool card that says if your active Pokemon is holding this and they take damage from an attack, you put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. There's that Telescopic Sight, there's the Wind Stadium, and then just all the full arts it looks like here. Although we don't see her in this set, but they gave her a full art, the Pokemon Center lady, to heal 60 damage and all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. Alright, what else is happening here in the chat? Dazzling Shell says, you're going to be taking a break from Battle League and Pokemon Go. 101 wins out of 160 battles, at least last season was enough for you. And you're not interested in the Little Cup? Why don't you like the Little Cup? Is it because of all the Bronzor and Cotton Meat? If so, I understand you. It gets annoying fighting the same things over and over. But I like at least the idea that, they're switching things up here and there. I like the idea of the Little Cup at least letting the littler Pokemon shine. And who doesn't love when you go into a battle and the opponent leads with an Onix? Because, you never see Onix, but it's funny how Onix technically fits the format of the Little Cup. It's something that can hatch from an egg, and does it have to hatch from an egg? Is that what the requirement? I do know it's a thing where it's a Pokemon that can evolve, but hasn't evolved. Those are what are permitted in a Little Cup. And I just like seeing the Onix towering over my little, a Barboach, even though Aqua Tail takes it out pretty easily. Alright, you're gonna head out, are you, Dazzling Shell? See y'all later, Penguin Toes. I don't think I've got Penguin Toes, but if so, I should walk more carefully. I don't even know what that means. Alright, but yeah, I think that's gonna be it for our Day 1 coverage of Vivid Voltage. But I'll just show you this to end off. If you want to get yourself some booster packs with some tradable cards, try your hand at some of the events, the tournaments that we have going on right now. Let's check the rewards. So this is the standard format. Why don't they tell us the name? I don't understand the symbols that much. I think that's no. Okay, I could read here where it actually says the name. So any expanded deck that you've created, you can bring into this. By just participating, you get an uncommon chest and 50 trainer tokens. But if you want to get yourself some extra stuff, you get 1 win. You're going to get 100 trainer tokens and 2 booster packs of Vivid Voltage. These are all tradable, by the way. And if you manage to place second in this tournament, 200 trainer tokens, 4 Vivid Voltage booster packs, And by taking the trophy home with you, you also get 400 trainer tokens and 6 Vivid Voltage booster packs. Not bad. There's the expanded, there's the standard. I think they're the same rewards. Yeah, same rewards for both of those. But me, as I say, I like the theme decks. Still get some stuff out of this. Not quite as many rewards, but let's say first place, you get 2, like basically you get half of what you would get from the other formats by doing the theme decks. 3, what am I going to say? I was going to say 3 trainer tokens. 3 booster packs of Vivid Voltage and 200 trainer tokens, and you can see how the rewards go down from there. But just by spending some of these event tickets that you might have saved up, you can at least get some sort of rewards, essentially cashing them in for, at minimum, one of those uncommon chests. So that's a good way to get your hands on some of those new Vivid Voltage booster packs. But with that, I guess we're going to end off for our day 1 coverage. If I can get a decent amount of cards to make more competitive decks, I want to get back into making competitive decks and doing videos on those. If not live streams, then pre-recorded, stuff like that, and just go from there. But for the time being, we gotta wait and see what fate has in store for me as I continue getting more cards in Pokemon TCG Online. So hopefully you folks are having fun with this as well. If you're watching this after the stream and you want to get into this, just go to Pokemon.com, navigate over to their TCG page. You should be able to find a link to download this. Available for PC, and I think we said earlier you can get it on tablet as well. I'm not sure because I haven't done it, but definitely you can get it on PC. And if you're new to Pokemon TCG and you don't know how to play, this teaches you everything. It's got, under the play button here, you got a tutorial that you can go through, trainer challenge, you can fight a bunch of computer opponents, you can learn the game and just do that. It's a great resource, and it's all free too. Everything you do on here can give you these tokens, which are free to collect. You can use them to redeem more, cards and other stuff in Pokemon TCG Online. So that's my commercial, I guess, for Pokemon TCG Online. The other commercial I'll say is for my own channel. If you folks are new here and you like what you saw today, you want to see some more stuff, feel free to subscribe to our channel today and get more updates on when next Pokemon Go video is coming up, Pokemon TCG Online, a lot of different Pokemon stuff. I'm going to be slowly branching out into other things as well too, but stay tuned for that as I announce those as time goes on. But if you want to join the channel as a member and get some members exclusive perks, there should be a join button way down below at the bottom of the video. Click on that and see what the 2 different tiers are and what perks you get. There's the lab rats, the lab aids. You can see the rewards in that little pop-up. But in addition to that, as long as supplies last and as long as I have a way to contact you outside YouTube, which is essentially just an email address, I'm giving out Pokemon TCG Online code cards for the members of the channel, as long as I have something to give out, which is going to be for quite some time to come. So we're not in any concern of losing out on any of those just yet. But you get 1 per month for being a lab rat, or 2 per month for being a lab aid, plus occasionally I have some more codes to give out during the stream as well. I don't have any Vivid Voltage for today, but next time we do a stream I should have some other codes ready to go. But you'll also get a guaranteed spot on my Pokemon Go friends list for some monthly/weekly gifts in Pokemon Go based on what tier you join up. Lab Rats are guaranteed 1 per month, Lab Aids are guaranteed 1 per week, but usually I give a lot more out than that because I get a lot of gifts. Alright, I think that covers everything, so let me know in the comments down below what you thought of our premier deck for Vivid Voltage, and feel free to be very generous with your compliments, because we didn't have a lot to work with this time around. But for the time being, that is going to wrap our adventures in Pokemon TCG Online. Thank you folks once again for hanging out tonight and enjoying some of the cards and doing some battles with me as well. And until next time, Professor Chaz is signing off, saying that I will catch you that next time. Have a good evening, and enjoy the rest of the day, however much you have left in it, or if it's morning where you're at, enjoy your entire day.